Um, we're live. We're all the way live. We're all the way live. All right. So, hey. Today, I kind of want to go over some life lessons, right? And one thing that people are like freaking out over is money. And the thing about it is, I feel like you have to have a certain belief about money, right? A lot of times people they think about money and they think about like scarcity, right? And you can't have that mindset when you're thinking about money. You have to be like, money flows to you, not through you, but flows to you. One, but I'm gonna tell you ways that I make money because people are not everybody I know, but a lot of people I know, they're always asking me for money. And it's like, if you just had the tools and go by the suggestions I'm about to tell you right now, you're going to stay with coins. You're going to always have coins, right? I'm going to get right into it. So, one thing is date nights. So, like, if you have a significant other, like, people want to go, I want to go, like, to the movies, or I want to go out to a restaurant. And the thing about that is it's so expensive. I just went out recently with a friend of mine. The bill was like $56, and I don't even drink. Right. So it's not even about alcohol. Like, it was about like the food. So let me tell you some fun things to do, like on a date. And when I say date, I'm not necessarily meaning like you have to date like the opposite sex. It could just be with a friend. You guys can have date nights, right? You can like, I have the subscription Netflix, right? And so I think I pay like 17.99 a month. So that's almost $20 a month, right? Use it. Use the subscription. That's where you get your movies from. Stop going to the movie theater. It is hell of expensive to go to the movies. And it's not even worth it. You sit there in this cold theater, it's dirty, and you can catch something. And then it's like for the experience. Now, there's certain movies like blockbusters, I definitely would, I would pay the coins to go and see certain movies, because you want the stereo and all that kind of stuff. But as far as just like watching a movie, watch it at home. And the thing about it is, you have to have a vibe, right? So when you're saving, in the process of saving money, you got to be creative, right? Like I said, I never have a problem with money, because I'm very wise what I do with my money. So when I do want to, as they say, flex or have some coins off, it's fine. One thing too is like, eat at home. Why is it so difficult? Like, okay, for lunch, this is some rice. I made a big thing of rice, and I have some beans and some string beans, right? So basically what I do is I make my lunch every day, and it's really quick. I take some rice out, put it to the side. I throw a bean burger inside of the air fryer. I get me some vegetables, put it in the container, boom. When I go out to eat, it's at least 20 bones, $20 just to go out to eat. Hey, Binder. I'm good, thank you. But you need to realize that, stop buying your lunch every day. That adds up. I've shared this story before, like a couple of years ago, when I had an accountant, because I had this business and I had to file the taxes, was just ridiculous. And when they looked through my stuff, they said, you basically, I mean, he didn't say F off, but basically you F'd off $10,000. $10,000 that I could have had in um, a money market account. But that's another live for another day, to tell you how to make your money. Like, once you get, first of all, we gotta find the money, we gotta make the money, and then I'm gonna tell you what to do once you have the money, okay? But in the meantime, between time, you gotta cut out a bunch of stuff. When I go and I mean, there's certain things like, okay, like getting your nails done, your hair done, all those kind of going to the spa, that stuff adds up, right? You can easily spend $600 to $700 in a month just on that stuff. And if you were to do it yourself, so like in my mind, this is how I do it. So when I go and I make my lunch, right, I go $20. So I'll just mentally $20, right? Say if I washed my hair and did my own hair, right? Okay, that's $100. If I did my own nails, okay, so that's $120, right? So these are all the things that add up. So by me having lunch, doing my own hair and doing my own nails, right then and there, I've already saved $240. You see the mentality that I'm going to? And then what happens is eventually you go to see like what's important, what you want, what you need. What you need and what you want are two different things, okay? And then it's like people say, well, I only have a very limited amount of money, right? So I'm gonna tell you what to do. Make more money. You gotta make more money. So you might think like, well, how can I do it? I don't have the time. Let me tell you, you have time. So I used to do these little things. I make these little cards, right? And so get you a Google account, like a Google phone number is free, right? And then once you get your Google number, you can use that as like a business line, and you can give it to anything. And then if something goes left, then just get rid of the number and you don't have to worry about it. I think what happens a lot of times is people, they so easy to, and they maybe not don't know, but they'll give people their personal number. And then once they give you a personal number, that person has your number for life. And then they can do all kind of crazy, freaky stuff with it. So you got to be very careful who you give it to. Hey, hi, what's up? So let me tell you some ways that you can make money like this weekend. One, wherever you stay, there's usually dogs, right? So get you a little card and then pass it out to people who walk their dogs. Let me tell you, over the summertime, I made a couple $100 just by walking people dogs, because that's a luxury to go to your and dog walkers, some dog walkers make up to $40 a day walking dogs. Now just think, you're getting exercise, you're being outdoors, and you get to be around some cute little furry friends. It's like you just got to think outside the box. Another thing too is like I have friends, I have male friends, right? And they work, but they hate to wash clothes, right? So once you reach out to people and be like, hey, I'll wash your clothes for $25, they give you like a load of clothes, because you're doing, these are things that you're doing anyway, but you can make money by not only doing what you do every day, but then you're giving somebody else a service. See, services are really, really good. I have a few services that I do for people, right? And so that's just money, and that's just income that you could just save up. Now, there's other things you can do like food prep. And let me tell you the really cool thing about food prepping. It's really hard. But for some people, when they have a big family, hey, just make more food and then just put it to the side. The containers are super cheap. You can go to places like Marshalls or Ross, or you can even go like to places like Walmart, right? And you get the little containers and then you just like food prep for people, whatever they want. I'm vegan, so I used to do vegan food prep for people, where I would make them like little rolls and fruit and little like the little snacks and everything. So that was always like an easy thing to do. Hey XX, hey Sammy. This is what I want people to do. I want you to really look at your bank account, because I feel like that's where it starts. And when you look at your bank account, and if you see like all these charges of fast food, going to buying unnecessary stuff, like for me, I'm a photographer, right? So for me, my thing was I used to go out and just buy tons of equipment, right? And so now I'm to the point where I have equipment that I don't use. So now it's like, okay, I need to use that equipment. So you have to use what you have. And if you're not going to use what you have, guess what? You can sell it. You can sell it. Right now, I have a nice lens, right? And it's like one of those telephoto lenses. At the time, I think I spent maybe 900 for it, but I looked up the same thing. It's $1,400, so I could even make a profit on selling stuff that you have. That's right, Sammy. You got to make sure that you are being intentional of what you put in your body. And like, it's okay. Like, but the thing about it is you can buy snacks, right? But just buy snacks in bulk, right? So, and you think about it, it's cheaper, right? So if you have access to like Costco or a Sam's Club or some kind of thing like that, you can buy your, say chips, right? Or like candy or whatever it is that you want to snack on or eat. And then you just have it and you just pull from it. And when you start adding up how much it would cost you if you go to the store, like I went to the grocery store, I think it was a gas station, just to grab a bag of chips. It was $1 for a bag of chips. That's crazy. I mean, I remember chips was not $1. But it's like, and then another thing too, take food with you when you go places. That way you don't never have to worry about getting, being hungry. No, I am vegan. So I don't eat anything that comes from an animal at all. So I know like sometimes people will say to me, "Oh, you're I couldn't do it." Well, that's you. I mean, people are different. Like I don't judge people. And it's like, of course I put my name in the title because that's what I am, right? That's what I want to be identified for. But I mean, it's either like this. You either love it or you don't. If you can't get past, if people can't get past that, not you, Sammy, but if people can't get past that, then they have issues. Like I am my own person, just like you are your own person. But I feel like now we're in a space where we need to help each other. We need to help each other elevate to the next level. Now, I'm gonna tell you how to make money. I'm gonna tell you how to save money. I'm gonna tell you, because let me tell you, I'm in a position right now where I wanted to like stay at a certain place, right? So for me to stay in a certain place, I had to make a certain amount of money. But if I made less, then I would have to look at the realization like I can't afford this. So I need to, go down. But guess what? Your girl was like, I don't want to. So instead of like, cutting out certain things in my life, I said, no, I'm going to level up in my life. So the things that I do want, the things that I do want to splurge on, those are the things that I want to do. But the other stuff like food, come on, food, I'm full. I ate half of this and I'm full. And I'll probably just put it in my little thermos and then, my little lunch bag. And then just have it for dinner, right? It's like people don't realize like everything doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be complicated. And like I said, there's so many different ways to make money. This is the thing. You need to find out what people need and then you need to fulfill that for them. So, for instance, my neighbor, I always used to see her at the bus stop, right? And I asked her, I said, well, where are you going? And she was like, she was going to the BART station, but she wanted to go to one particular BART station. That way she didn't have to do like a transfer. And so I said, well, I'm going that way. If you want to, we can, car share. I said, just fill my tank up. So we took care of each other. She used to fill my tank up. I would drop her off. And it was maybe, it wasn't even really an inconvenience. It's just like I had to get off the freeway, whatever, and just get back on the other freeway. But it's like, you got to think outside the box. Hit that like button, please. Yeah, it's so expensive for when you buy stuff in the store. That's why I'm saying you gotta buy in bulk. And let me tell you something, with me, Not that I'm cheap or um it's not that I'm cheap or nothing like that, but for me, I really do love to make things. I love to make recipes. I love to make my food because I know what's in it, right? So I went to, but I mean, I ain't like, look, don't get it twisted. I do like to every so often treat myself, and I went to Sweet Greens. It's a big salad chain. I don't know if you know about it, but they had these things. It was a potato, and basically they just cut the potato and then they air fried it. Put a little oil, a little rosemary, a little salt and pepper for one little. I mean, it was like literally this. Let me tell you, it was like this big, right? This big, maybe five potatoes can fit in there, like five slices, whatever. It was $4.99. $4.99. You know what I did? I'm the kind of person you call is called a copycat. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna recreate this. So I went to the store, a bag of potatoes, $3.99. And I have the like little cutter. So I, use the little cutter. I forgot you call it a medallion or something, but like the cutter thing. So I cut it, and then I took it. I put a little olive oil in it, and then I put the rosemary, and I put the other little put a little paprika on it, made a little, to life, and air fried it. It tastes just like the stuff in the store. And to make it really, really good, I got some ketchup and I put some pickle juice in it. I'm telling you, it's so many things that you can do at home. But that's another thing too. You got to love where you live. Yes, thank you. And you can do it as well. You can take those same concepts. So like say for instance, those Dubai chocolate bars, they're like super expensive, right? But all it is it's inside of it is that like kind of like a pasta stuff and this chocolate. Oh, and they have the what is it? It's like a pistachio sauce. And so actually on my other channel, That Green Vegan 2.0, I'm going to make that because it's going to be vegan because right now it's just chocolate. I mean, it's just chocolate, but I'm going to make a vegan version of it. And that's the thing about it. If you ever want something, just go online and you can go YouTube. Oh my God, YouTube. Oh my goodness. Somebody like very special to me was just telling me how you could just go on YouTube and find just about anything. I know a friend of mine like Popeye's chicken, and they found the Popeye's chicken recipe. I mean, I don't eat Popeye chicken, but it's like the batter. But I thought to myself, I could take that same batter and dip it in mushrooms or tofu and have the same results. Like you have to make sure you just got to be creative, and that's how you're going to save money. Thank you, Sammy. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you're looking at this video, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. I really, really appreciate it. Because like I said, it's all about trying to make money. Just think about people who do things, right? So say for instance, just look around. You know what? My friend, because she was saying like her son is just like, lazy, what? Right? I said, you know what? Why don't you? I said, do you have a lawnmower? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, get him to go knock on people's doors and be like, I'll mow your lawn for $5, for $10. People would do it in a heartbeat. Like you have to, you just got to put yourself out there, and you'll be so surprised how it is. Hey, Kimberly Black. I'm gonna tell you this. These two little kids, I made a shirt about it. These two little kids knocked on my door one Saturday and was like, "Oh, me and my brother, we're just trying to make a couple of dollars. Can you have you empty your trash?" Say less. You know, it was worth a couple of dollars. So I gave like $2. But it was worth $2 because otherwise I would have to gather my trash and then walk down the stairs and then, take it to the what no, and this kid is like, I'll do it for you. Heck yes, worth it. So those are the kind of things that you need to do. There's it's in where I live. I stay in a little complex, and where I stay, it's always a little fruit guy. He comes along with the little bell, tee, 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 whatever, and it's just like, okay, I know that I could go and get fruit and cut it up and stuff like that, which I do. But like every so often, one day I was sitting watching a movie and I heard the little bell and I ran down the stairs. I got me a cute little mango and they put the little tahini sauce in the lemon. Oh my God, it was so good. But it's just like, I'm not saying like become all the way cheap. I'm not saying like don't. Hey, wellness, welcome in. Yes, Kimberly, you're so right. It's building character in people because it's like when I was young, I didn't get allowance. I didn't get allowance. Well, I was spoiled, but I didn't get an allowance. So when I wanted something, I had to work for it. So I would be like, oh, I want to go to the movies, and my grandmother used to be like, okay, go vacuum the hallway. Or I would say, I want some skates. They're like, okay, well, take the weeds off the side of the house. Say me doing some labor, but those are the kind of things. But what I was saying earlier is like, you're an adult, you can do the same thing. That's what, matter of fact, in my video, that's what, matter of fact, I'm gonna have to find it, but like I said, those kids, they had the spirit and the heart of entrepreneurship, and I remember when I wasn't working. It's so funny because I call my friend, like, he would let me, I will wash his clothes because he's a traveling nurse. So, it's like with traveling nurse, have those crazy schedules and stuff like that. And I would wash his clothes and everything and fold them. And he paid me $100. I'm not saying that everybody gonna pay you $100. Sure, I would do it right now for her. I would do it right now, but I think he's good right now. But the thing about it, I say it to say, like, just ask and put yourself out there because people are more likely to go with you than go with a stranger. That part. So, like I have a friend, her daughter has to go to all these different, well, she has multiple kids. So like her son has to go to this practice, her daughter has to go to this practice and stuff. But, if I was to reach out to her and say, hey, you know, give me $20 and, I'll take your daughter and pick your daughter up from practice, whatever. I mean, that would help her a lot. Like, that's worth it because you have to look at what you spend your money on as well. So it's, it's important that you are able to just like say, okay, is it value in this? Is it value in this? Because like I say, I save so much money preparing my own food. You just don't you just don't understand. Like I will buy, well, I don't eat breakfast anymore, but when I used to eat breakfast, I would buy a big thing of oatmeal. And that oatmeal will last me months. It will last me months, right? Because you have to think about entertainment. So for me, when I moved to a place that has a gym. So I got to cancel my gym membership. So that also helps me because now I use that gym and that one multiple gym memberships, but I still had a gym in my place. But because I was like, oh, I want to be around like-minded people. Now what I do, I go to the gym, I put on my headphones, I be listening to my old school music. That will take me through my whole entire workout. Or I'll listen to wellness. Or I'll listen to Kimberly Black. But this is the kind of things that you do. Like I have a favorite channel that I look at all the time. The black man mindset. I look at that and, I'm constantly getting my mind stimulated through that because he talks about like what's going on in society. Matter of fact, listening to that actually motivated me to do this live about, like, what are you really doing? Because I always tell people, like, are you you're scrolling, you're looking at all kind of like junk, and it's not helping you. If something is not helping you, it is hindering you. So I say that to say, I mean, it's okay to look at the goofy stuff at times, sometimes, whatever. Sometimes you just need to you just need your brain to just not think, right? But the majority of times it's like, what are you doing? You should be either, making, um, if you're not making money, if you're not saving money, if you're not investing in yourself, doing things for yourself, making yourself a better person mentally and spiritually, what are you doing? What are you doing? And the content that you're creating should be content that's going to help people. Yes, yes, you are so right. Everything in moderation, because even water. I'm sorry, I'm looking at people across the street. Even water, I've used this example before, but it was this lady, she was drunk. I think she drank like 3 gallons of water, right? And then she was in this contest where she had to hold her pee. I think it was like, don't pee for a wee, whatever. So it was these 3 people, and she was holding it, and she died. She had I guess her bladder or her blood, whatever, got too thin or whatever, or it threw off something, and she ended up having a seizure, and she died. So even people think like, oh, drink water, drink water. Yes, in moderation is very, very rhino. Yes. Do you remember that story? That was like a story. Well, that's why I used to look at the news. I don't look at the news no more, because the news is so depressing and so sad. I do get my news, but I get it from different places. I get it from certain outlets where I know that is safe, because you can't always trust the media, and I'm just gonna keep it that, because they be looking kind of thing. But if you know ways to like save money or make money after the video, like, please, like, drop it down in the comments and stuff, because I think it's important for us to like level up. And it's okay to buy generic. I mean, I remember back in the day, generic they used to be in those white. Oh, I am aging myself. But they used to be white or yellow, and they just say generic. It didn't matter. Like, it could be toilet paper, but it's genetic. But nowadays they do the labels where they'll like say Walmart or whatever store it is, they'll claim it, but it's still generic, and it's still the same stuff. They come from the same company majority of the times. So that part. But it's almost 30 minutes. And my lunch is going to be over in 2 minutes. But I just want to thank everybody for coming through. I want to thank you, Kimberly and Wellness and Sammy. And it was somebody else that came through. Store brand. Yes. Shop store brands. You are certainly right. I'm going to have to remember to put that in there. And XXX and Shamar. Look. You gotta find ways to not really make, but to stretch your money, stretch your dollar. I'm not saying become a hermit, not have fun. This is the thing. Once you're in the mindset where you are like being really particular, just think of money as your body. Would you give your body to anybody? You're very selective, and that's what you got to be. You got to be very selective. Do I want this, or do I need this? And when you look at it as a whole, then you go, oh, I really didn't need this. I just wanted it. I appreciate you, Kimberly. I appreciate you. So, before I go, let me move my little things to the side. I just want to say, if no one's told you today that they love you, I love you. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Remember, you are loved and valued. Bye-bye. Bye, Kimberly.